Welcome back to the Kosi Arsenal channel. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. There is something that Nico Williams could help Arsenal with, and there's something why Nico Williams must be a top target for us this campaign. And no, it's not about getting Nico Williams as a superstar. It's about mid blocks and low blocks. Now, this has been a problem for us for quite a while. Ever since Mikel has been at the helm, it's been a problem. Mid blocks and low blocks. So what's the difference? Mid blocks basically is when Arsenal play Aston Villa, Fulham, and West Ham. Bloody hell, those three teams are giving us a problem. West Ham, Villa, and West Ham, Villa, and Fulham. We have played them 21 times. 21 times. Like recently. We have won 4 times. Just 4 times. And the problem with West Ham and Fulham and Aston Villa is they are teams that employ a mid block. And we're going to talk about the problem of a mid block, how do you solve it, and why Nico Williams could be the answer, and also a low block. So mid blocks are basically teams that set up their defensive lines kind of in the middle, just after the center line, so that they don't allow you to pin them to their penalty area. They will try as much as possible to defend their line halfway their own half. We've seen this with Villa. We've seen this with Fulham. We have seen this with West Ham. They do it all the time. And Arsenal have never, ever found a way. Now, one of the ways you beat a mid-block is you either have extremely quick wingers, in that if that ball is played over the top, over that block, there is space in behind to run into, and you have very quick wingers that can make that run, and intelligent ones. That's number one. Number two, the other way you beat a mid-block, you have players like Eden Hazard. They're kind of dying out, but you have players like Eden Hazard, Sami Nasri, Alexander Hileb. Carry the ball, beat players, and just go through them. That's another way you beat a mid-block. I don't think Arsenal has any player like Hazard in the current team. And it's no surprise that we really struggle with teams that set up halfway the pitch. Now, why I think Nico Williams could be a very important asset when it comes to Arsenal and solving this problem, it's that he's extremely quick, but then he's got that intelligence to beat players as well. So him and Saka could actually stretch that mid block. It usually consists of 5 players or more. They could actually stretch it so much that in between, players like Odegaard can find passes to go through. That's number one. Number two, if that doesn't happen, if a player like Odegaard or Zinchenko played that ball over the top, Williams has got the pace to run in behind with the support of Bukayo Saka. That is why Nico Williams could be a very key and a very important answer to our attacking problems. That is with a mid block. The low block is also very similar, and we struggle a lot when it comes to the low block. Particularly, if you think about bottom table teams, Leicester, Southampton, Ipswich, Stoke City, and a couple of others. They usually play a low block. Low block literally means that the team is so deep in their own half, they are about to enter their own penalty area, or they're even defending some part of the football in their own penalty area. And we've seen that a lot of the time. West Ham did it in the last game we played, and they were very comfortable. And Leicester City did it too as well. They want to sit as deep as possible, invite pressure, and then counter-attack. Now, Arsenal, again, have failed to deal with low blocks, and we have failed to deal with mid blocks. The reason as to why we have failed to deal with low blocks is simple. If you want to deal with low blocks, you've got to have intelligent players. Fabregas, Mesut Ozil, someone who can break that defensive line down. But then, that is on the sending part. On the receiving end, you've got to have players like Alexis Sanchez, Robin van Persie, Adebayo, Emmanuel, Eduardo. You've got to have a Thierry Henry, basically. You've got to have a player that is willing to make the run, an Erling Haaland kind of like player, and a player that is able to make the run and finish as well. And that's why mid blocks and low blocks are still a big problem for us, because teams feel comfortable when they play against us. So with Nico Williams, again, why Arsenal could benefit from such a signing is that you have this guy that is willing to make busting runs. And if a team is sitting, like really, really deep, he's got that ability to provide quality deliveries. That's number one. And number two, he's got the ability to beat players and just remove bodies. Because when it comes to mid blocks and low blocks, teams defending in numbers, you're going to have to deal with bodies. Remove bodies, move bodies. And apart from Saka, we don't have any other player. I love Martinelli's honest speed, but Martinelli's strengths are speed, which we don't lack. So his strengths are speed and finishing. Not really bad, but I think we could use more. We could do with more, right? It's what I think, and anyway. Let me know in the comments if you think the same.